Hey, it's Gabi here with Mayana, and I want to take you on a special trail ride today and to talk with you about seeing the world from a horse's point of view. So Mayana is a horse. She really needs to know that I see what she sees and that we're doing things together. And how this looks like, imagine. I'm going to show you today on the trail ride with Mayana. Let's go. Okay, so as a special, to really illustrate the point, I took off the reins and we're just with the neck string. So, this is not a tutorial about how to trail ride a horse in the neck string, alright? I'm only doing this to illustrate the point to you of what it means to be a good rider for your horse. Alright? So, what makes me confident to ride with Mayana in the neck string in the forest? That is, first of all, I really trust our relationship. It's okay, Mayana. Good, the mouse. We know each other since the very, very first moment on this planet Earth. I have done all her education and I know we're just really good partners. But that is not all, because I just trust the relationship and I think my horse will not do anything dangerous because she loves me so much. This would be really foolish. I also trust our communication and the training that she actually has. All right, so that is a very important point. I would never do this with a horse that is not educated, that is just dangerous and really foolish. Then the other point is I trust my ability to read my horse. I trust my ability to be a good rider for my horse. Hi, my Yanjin, where do you want to go? Okay, we go here. So especially now as I'm without reins, we go up here. I have to be really in tune with her. I have to constantly observe where is her attention. Does she need some reassurance? Are we still connected? And all these things, they become super important when you have no more reins. Meine Maus, ja. Good. So I'm constantly observing her ears. Where does she look? I also have my senses open to hear something strange. I always look around with open and soft eyes. Is there something strange? My Yantian. Yeah. So just to say, she still has the halter on. And I do have clip-on reins with me so that I can, if I have to get off, lead her, or I can put the reins back on, all right? Yeah, my Yantian. So now you might say, oh, she's snatching on trees. Well, you know, I want trail rides to also be nice for my Yantian, and she absolutely loves to eat branches. And she never breaks rules. Yeah. And this is, you know, when I take home trail ride, this is not just for me to enjoy our time. I also want her to enjoy the time. And see, she just takes a bite and then we continue. It's not a drama. She's not abusing that freedom. Yeah. And she also selects her trees. Some trees she doesn't like at all. And some trees she enjoys. My Yanjian. Yeah. So these trail rides, they really are our together time. We're like friends going on a little walk. So now here, maybe you can see the tarp with the hay bales and the pile of wood. So I'm seeing that from a horse's perspective. It's really squeezy here with the path. A lot of contrast with the light, the tarp on the right, that white stuff on the left, you know. All that can be spooky, and I'm constantly looking for what is her reaction. But her head stayed low, she was totally unconcerned, her walk stayed really relaxed, so nothing to worry about. Eine Mause, huh? Alright, I'm going to check my communication connection. Oh. Männchen. Good. Back. Yes, Mayana. Very good. Huh? Yes, and she gets a cookie. Very good. So I will regularly check in on our connection and communication here. Yeah. Then when I ask stop, she stops and checks in with me. That's our safety thing. Okay, Mayantjen. She feels really nice and confident. She's not always like that. She can also be sometimes excited and walking really fast. And just to tell you, I'm not usually riding her without reins, right? This is really just now to get the point across to you what it takes to ride a horse like a good partner. So for example, that tree stump there, that is a classic Mayana terrible spook. Mayana can be very particular about shapes on the ground. Sometimes she would spook of a blue flower or a big leaf. Now as she's gotten old, it's gotten much better. But she really taught me how horses see the world and, you know, to pay attention to that. Mayantjen? Huh? So for example, here the path is narrow, it's dark on the right with bushes where she can't really see. On the left it's really open, so that is nice. But you know, some horses, because horses are claustrophobic, because it's so dark on the right, they could be worried passing a spot like that. Good girl. And I did hear her breathe a little bit louder, like once. And when I hear that, I just rub her on the withers and say, hey, I noticed you're a bit worried, it's all right. And for her, it's really important that she knows I noticed. All right. Mayantjen, do you want to trot? Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. So I ask her if she wants to trot. You want to trot? Good mouse. Trot. Good mouse. If she doesn't pick a trot when I ask her, I'm not going to push her, because you know Mayana is a very forward horse, she loves running, and if she does not pick a trot, I know she lacks confidence. Oh, fine mouse. Here's a crossing, and we're going to stop. Oh, and look. Back, yes, check my connection. Very nice, Mäuschen. So I find it a really good habit to just stop at every crossing and let the horse look each way. And this is also, you know, just a really nice little habit to stop and pause and relax in the forest, not just always go forward, forward, forward. Good. You see how she looks every way? Moments like this are really important for horses. Just give them a moment to take in all the surroundings and the noise and how everything looks and moves. And, you know? Mayantjen, yeah. Can we continue? Yes. Good. And mouse. I think you often hear me say in videos or in the arena, the pauses, the processing time in between exercises is so important. And this is also in the forest, you know. You want to have those silences between the notes, the small moments of peace and just resting with your horse. This is out on trail just as important as it is in the arena. Oh, Mayantjen. She's so good. Huh? Mayantjen? No. Eine Maus. Eine Maus. Mayantjen, can we trot? Yeah. Trot. Eine Maus. Good. So before I said I asked Mayana if she wants to trot, I didn't push her to trot, because I know if she's not fully confident, if she has a worry, she's not going to trot. And you know, because I have no reins, if I just push the horse to trot when it's anxious, with a horse like Mayana, well, I'm risking that she's going to get faster and faster and faster, and we end in an uncontrollable, well, situation. So if we have a very forward horse, Mayana is after all endurance bred Arabian, with lots of go and temperament, I have to really ride smart, right? And to be a good rider for the horse, it means knowing how to ride smart, knowing how to avoid situations, and I'm not just going to expect her to take care of me. I'm going to take care of her so she can be confident, because when she is confident and can trust my leadership, we are going to be safe. So I always look ahead and I'm very aware about tree stumps on the side of the path, signs or other things. She could think, oh, that is a funny thing. Yes, I constantly observe her ears. I know if she starts to tilt one ear, she's skeptical of something. Good. Also really often touching her on the neck, reassuring her. Funny mouse. Zap on my skin. Good. Good, mouse. Good. And actually, right now I'm allowing her to find her path, because there are a lot of roots on the ground. And I trust her to find the best path for her feet. And there's a crossing. So, oh, find a mouse. There's also some nice grass. But first we stop and just let her look again. And you can see, her is really taking these moments to look everywhere. Find a mouse. Huh? You're so good. You hear something. There's some music in the distance. I think there's some party somewhere going on. Männchen. Connect her. And here's some really nice grass. Give her a little pause. No, she's not going to learn bad habits here. Because we have communication about eating grass. You know? It's all about having communication about things with your horse. And she will take her head up at one point. Yep. Good. So, here we go. Yep, go down here, my yes. Good, the mouse. Yes, my Janchen. Brave. Jo, brave mouse. So if you look ahead here, you see a stark contrast between where there's the sun shining through the leaves and the path. And the path is like a tunnel here. And horses' eyes adjust way slower than our eyes to difference in contrast. So this can be a quite scary situation for a horse. And a lot of horses in such situation, they will balk, refuse forward, and even stop and spin if you push them too much. All right, just want to draw your attention of what horses can be scared about. Like here, it really makes a tunnel with the leaves. And if you have a claustrophobic type of horse, who lacks confidence in general, this can be a really scary situation for your horse. All right. Now for Mayana, it's not a problem at all. She knows that path really well. It's not an issue. I'm just want to talk to you about all that. Good, the mouse. Fine. Super, Mäuschen. I also notice I stay with her in contact a lot verbally. Fine, mouse. I always have my left hand in touch with her withers, where I also hold the neck string. I'm gently scratching her here. Sometimes I give a little cue with the neck string that she should rather walk a bit to the left or to the right to avoid a root or something like that. Or when I feel her losing balance when going downhill, I might give a little vibration in the neck string. Oh. To slow her down a little bit. Very good, my Janchen. You're so good, huh? And here we turn right. Good, the mouse. This kind of trust, it doesn't develop overnight. you know, this kind of trust develops if you prove to your horse consistently every ride, every time you are with your horse, that you're a trustworthy leader, that you see when your horse is worried about something, that you don't push your horse through these situations, and that when your horse communicates, hey, I'm really scared here, that then you are there for your horse and you don't punish your horse for being scared. So, you know, and I know that Mayana really trusts me in that point. But nevertheless, you know, still now, she's 18, we have an 18-year-old relationship. Still now, every single ride, every single moment, I prove to her, hey, yes, you can trust me. You can trust me. I'm not going to push you through. I'm not going to make my plans, my ambitions, more important goal than your emotional well-being. Oh, my Janchen. Eine Maus. Turn here. I choose to walk because sometimes she's a bit spooky here on that path. On the right it's really going up, on the left it's really going down. And there are a lot of roots here on the path. And you know, when a horse is a little bit tense because it's more vigilant, they pay less attention where they put their feet and they stumble more, and then there is stuff in between the feet. So I'm just a bit more careful here now on this path, and I don't need to risk anything. This is a ride I really just want to enjoy our friendship. And because I have no reins, I cannot support her as well here on that path. Oh, my Janchen. Super. Half a mouse. So now she's really looking straight ahead, really fixated. I think she sees a little sign there on a tree stump. It's a hiking path, an official one, and I think she just saw that sign, like, oh, what is that? Eine Maus. It's okay. When I noticed that, I just rub her on the wrist and say, hey, it's okay, I saw. That is our little code. Langsam. Oh, oh. Eine Maus. Sorry for the German in between. Mayana speaks rather German than English. Hey, we can trot a bit. Mayanchen. Mayana, you wanna trot? No? Okay. Here she saw the tree stump, I think. It's okay. So some horses might also think that the roots that you see here on the path, they're anacondas. They might be scared about it. When there's a really big one, Mayana can also be scared about it, especially when the light shines on it in a strange way. Mayana, you wanna trot up that hill? Come, traben. Yes. Good, the mouse. Oh. Yeah, so here we have the road. We will not go on the road. Oh, langsam. Oh, there's a car coming, my Janchen, huh? So here she's a bit excited because the car is coming. I just let her stand. I relax my legs. Huh? Yes, and I rub her. So if in a situation like that, I tighten my legs around my horse's belly, and I shorten the reins to control her, I communicate tension to the horse, and the horse will react with more tension. If I would have the reins on, and I know my horse tends to turn away from things they're scared about, I will have the reins, well, in soft touch, but with fingers relaxed. All right, I am there in case my horse does try to turn around, and I can prevent it with one rein, but I'm not going to, tighten the reins to control the horse. This is always going to provoke a reaction from your horse because you communicate tension. Huh, my Janchen? So now we're walking next to the road. Eine Maus. I'm not going to trot here. So this is also what it means to ride smart. I'm choosing my bits where I can trot in an intelligent way. And if here on the road there come some motorbikers passing while I trot here, well, it's not gonna be a very comfortable situation. So I just stay at the walk so we can be as safe as possible. Eine Maus. Huh? Oh. Hey. Good. Where do we go, Mayana? Huh? Where do we go? Come. We go to the right here. Up. Uphill. Yes. Ah, the mouse. Ooh, that is really steep. Ah, the mouse. That is also a really good workout for her. That path is really steep. Oh, Mayana. Sa. Ta, Mayana. Here we have another piece where we can trot. We're not along the road anymore. We're going away from the road. So I want to see if Mayana wants to trot. Mayana, you want to trot? Yes, fine. So I'm not using my leg at all. I just ask her with intention, Mayana, do you want to trot? And the picture us trotting happily in the forest. And if she doesn't take that picture and that intention, well, that's all right. I can always ask again a little later. It's a bit downhill. Oh, 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 oh. Good. Ah, the mouse. Hey, and the mouse. So here we have some high grass. Yes. Sometimes she can spook of things in high grass. When it's like a leaf in a darker color. Mayana, we go to the left. Yes. Oh, oh. Good. Hoppala. Hey, the mouse. Good. So she has a very even rhythm now. She is a forward horse, but she's not rushing and running right now. So that's okay. Oh, oh. Oh. And go down to walk because we're walking downhill. Eine Maus. Yes. Brave mouse. Good. Mayana. So here you see the little, well, box there in front. That can be a spook for some horses. The reflections of light on the ground. That pile of wood there. So it's okay, Mayana. Here she tells me she heard something. So she's telling me, hey Gabi, here's something here. I just ask her to stop. Yes, I give her a moment. And a mouse. That she can check it out. Mayana. Huh? So, and this is what it means to empty the paper bag. Yeah, there's the party. She can hear the people from the party really far away. Oh, Mayana, it's okay. It's okay. Eine Maus. Oh. There, yes. Here she relaxed, she put her head down. So we can continue. Eine Maus. Now her head is down again. I hope you can see the difference. So, you know, sometimes when the horse tells us, hey, I'm a bit spooked, all we need to do is to give the horse a moment to process that. To evaluate the situation and to find out, okay, that's all right. But what often happens, or what I often see happening, is the people react with tension when the horse is tense. Well, I can understand that reaction, right? And then, of course, the horse takes on the tension of the human. And then a spiral can happen. So I hope the situation helps you next time your horse communicates some tension, that you can just allow your horse to process, to figure it out and say, okay, it's fine. Mayana. Mayana? You want to trot? Yes. Eine Maus. Voilà. Slow. Oh, oh, oh. Good mouse. Good mouse. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Good. Fine. Super. Fine mouse. Good. Yeah, she's even stretching her neck at the trot. That is so cool. I really like how she's looking for her way here. Really being a super good partner. Yes, fine mouse. Good. So I just want to also say Mayana has loads of trail ride experience. We have done thousands of kilometers together. Oh, here we walk, Mayanchen. Ah, she has to stop and look again. Eine mouse. Good. So we have done a couple of endurance rides. Yep. Oh, she's stuck here. It's okay, Mayanchen. It's okay. Yes, Mayanchen. No, we go home here. Come. Good. So she was, for some reason, really hesitant to go down here. And you could see I didn't push her to continue because I asked in between once if she can go forward, and she said, no, I cannot. So I just stopped asking. I gave her some more time, and I saw her bending around to me, checking in. I reassured her. And at one point, she straightened her head, and then she could walk on. Okay, so when your horse is worried, if you push your horse through, you're going to carry that stone in your paper bag with you, and the tension will get more as you progress through the ride. And Mayana is a very good example for that, because sometimes it happens to me that I push her through these little moments because they're really not big and I can very easily push her through. All I need to do is to keep my leg on until she walks without squeezing harder even. And at one point she will start to speed walk really badly. Okay, she will not take off. You can still have her on a loose rein, but she feels incredibly tense and she has a lot more of her little mini spooks left and right. So, and the reason also why today I took the reins off is so that I could demonstrate these little but really important moments to you. What it means to be a good rider for your horse, to be a leader for your horse, where your horse really feels seen and understood, and your horse decides to really trust your leadership. Mayanchen. So here we're again at a crossing where I'm going to stop her down here. Oh. And have a look. Oh, eine Maus. Huh? Mayannchen. It's okay. Ah, good. Eine Maus. The mouse. Oh, it's okay. Let's go. Good. Eine Maus. Now we go home. I just want to say again, this is absolutely not a tutorial about how to trail ride your horse in just the neck string, and actually I don't want you to do the same. Because you know, riding with a neck string carries substantial risk, and I do not want you to take that risk and say, but Gabi did it too. I really only do this now to show you certain aspects of what it means to be a good rider for your horse, and how to create the deep trust and understanding between you and your horse. And you don't have to ride in the neck string to create that, okay? I didn't create that riding in the neck string. I created that with the reins on. And I only, well, the last time I rode Mayana bridleless on the trail ride was in 21, I think. That is when I took her in the big field for a nice kinda. But on a real trail ride, like in the forest, it was in 2018. Okay, so 7 years ago. And in between there, I always ride with the reins because I know I can support the horse much better. That then when I do choose, okay, now I go bridleless, I can enjoy the full benefits of that. I don't need to prove myself something. I don't need to put myself in unnecessary risk for doing it all the time. I choose my moments very, very wisely. And I will also not do it, for example, when I didn't do anything with Mayana for a week, because I know our connection is not as strong as it needs to be. I have done that same little trail ride with Mayana 2 times before now. So, and I knew, okay, she is very good and confident on that particular trail here. So I can demonstrate you a few little things and just show you. Eine Mause. Good. So here we have again the trees on the right, the white tarp, the tarp on the left. Eine Maus. You're so brave, you're so good, Mayantje. Oh, good. Oh, Mayantje. Okay. Well, she just chose a way to go away from home. Oh, Mayantje, but we don't do that now, Mayana. Oh. Huh? Yep. That is the amazing thing with Mayana. That was from the beginning. Yep, we turn around, Mayantje. She kind of always on her way home would often suggest, oh, let's go again in the forest and explore. She really enjoys that. Come on, Janchen, we go home now. She wants to go back to the right, back in the forest. It's okay, my Janchen. Huh? It's okay, Mayana. So, instead of going into an argument with her here, let's just wait a bit. Huh? Good. Mayana, we have to go home. Yep. Yes. Brave Mause. Help, my horse doesn't want to go home. Come. Yep. Yeah, my Janchen, we go home here. I think you lost orientation a little bit. Okay. Good. Good, the mouse. Yeah. So, now it shows have her go a little tiny path that goes parallel to the main path. She loves little paths and paths. Maybe then she has a little bit the impression I follow her idea and we don't go straight home. Brave Mause. Huh? Good. Brave Mouse, it's okay. Huh? What is it? What is it, my Janchen? Huh? So when she stops and looks this tense, you notice I take a deep breath out, I relax my legs down, I scratch on the withers, and I just look straight ahead with her, but with really soft eyes. I kind of try to hear the world with her ears and see the world with her eyes. It's okay, my Janchen. Yeah. And then tell her everything is all right. Yep. It's okay. You can go, my Janchen. Yeah. So in order to reach all the way home between the forest and our house, there is the neighbor's pasture with the cows, and with those she's not yet 100% confident, so I'm going to dismount and lead her past that. So I will get off just before the pasture because I don't need to risk anything. Yeah, the cows are not out anymore because it's the evening, but she's going to be a bit tense there. Fine, mouse. Good. and you know, I can support her better from the ground. And this is not a failure. Oh, 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 oh. Good, the mouse. Yes. Super Mäuschen. By riding her in the next string in the forest, I'm not proving myself anything, all right? I'm committed to proving to her every single ride that I'm a good leader for her. And here now, as we're approaching the cow pasture, it's there in front, even though the cows are not here, I notice she gets tense, all right? So I'm gonna stop her very soon, get off, put my clip-on reins on, and lead her, because I know she trusts me a bit more and I can support her better on the ground. Come. Oh, the mouse. Oh, Mayana, you did so good, thank you. Oh, Mayana. Bravo. So, she's immediately more relaxed when I'm on the ground, and I'm walking between her and the cow pasture. And each time we pass the cow pasture, she is more confident. And last time we had to pass the cows in a really narrow spot, and the bull was laying on the ground literally just 2 meters away from the fence. And she really decided to trust me and to follow past that super narrow spot. You're moist, you know, you're so good. So it's really not about that your horse stops spooking, stops having those moments. Because, you know, if you expect your horse to never spook again, or show moments of where she's a bit not so confident, you expect your horse to not think anymore like nature designed the horse, you know. Horses are designed to be alert, to be attentive to the surroundings. Some breeds more than others. They can definitely get better with training, but it is essential that you learn to read your horse, that you learn how to communicate confidence to your horse, and how to help your horse through those moments of fear. You know, this is what it means to become a good rider for your horse. Good, fine mouse. It's not just a technical aspect of learning to coordinate all the aids and stuff. It's also very important. But the other part is learn to read your horse, learn how to communicate with your horse, so your horse can be confident. Oh my Janchen. Fine mouse. Alright, so that is the end of our trail ride. I hope you enjoyed coming with me with Mayana in the forest, and I hope you learned a lot from the trail ride.